Tracy Pa with the news update. Minister for Fisheries and Marine Resources Jalta Wong has addressed the 18th World Tuna Trade Conference and Exhibition, Tuna 2024 in Bangkok, recently emphasizing the theme advancing blue transformation, development and innovation through the global tuna industry. He highlighted PNG's pivotal role in global tuna fishing, noting that parties to the Nauru Agreement account for 25% of the world tuna catch. Minister Wong detailed PNG's recent initiatives for sustainable fisheries management, including ratifying the agreement on port-state measures and establishing a ship rider agreement with the United States to combat illegal fishing. Wong also announced plans for a sectoral state-owned enterprise to diversify and strengthen PNG's fisheries sector. He emphasized the East New Britain initiative, which fosters regional cooperation and investment in the tuna value chain amidst climate change.
Platform for the Pacific Island countries to work together to find collective and inclusive investment pathways in the regional tuna value chain in the context of increasing climate change challenges. We do look forward to engaging with the global tuna industry through the East New Britain Initiative to advancing blue transformation, development and innovation in the tuna industry. If you are not aware of the East New Britain Initiative concept, I urge you to take the opportunity to become accustomed to it now. It is a game changer and will affect the status quo of your interactions with Papua New Guinea and our Pacific family.
Police in Milne Bay conducted a dawn raid on Monday at Sisiana village outside of Ilesa district in pursuit of numerous criminals involved in multiple indictable crimes. During the raid, 3 wanted criminals were badly wounded and fled into the nearby bushes and escaped. According to the Provincial Police Commander, Senior Inspector Benjamin Koa, their camps have been destroyed and a few stolen items recovered. PPC Koa said the suspects who were injured by gunshots are believed to be somewhere in the mountains of Sisiana ward. The PPC is calling on the villagers to advise them to surrender or they will meet their fate of running away from justice. Minister for Fisheries and Marine Resources Jalta Wong has introduced the Startfish Vessel Day scheme to improve cash flow for PNG-based fleets. Speaking at the 18th World Tuna Trade Conference and Exhibition Tuna 2024 in Bangkok, Wong highlighted PNG's crucial role in global tuna fishing, with the parties to the Nauru Agreement accounting for 25% of the world's tuna catch. Wong detailed PNG's sustainable fisheries initiatives, including ratifying the agreement on port-state measures and a ship rider agreement with the U.S. to combat illegal fishing. He also announced plans for a sectoral state-owned enterprise to diversify PNG's fisheries sector and emphasized the East New Britain initiative for regional cooperation and investment in the tuna value chain. Minister Wong further stressed the importance of partnership and encouraged engagement with the East New Britain initiative, underscoring PNG's leadership in sustainable tuna industry practices. The Food Agriculture Organization, through the European Union-funded Strat PNG program, has integrated a new cocoa export market depot in Vanimo West, Sepik Province. This facility aims to improve market access and secure premium prices for more than 20,000 cocoa farming households. Operated by West Sepik Investment Limited, the depot offers proper storage and marketing services, ensuring farmers receive higher incomes. At the inauguration, notable attendees, including provincial member for West Sepik, EU delegate, EU representative, and EU Strategic PNG program coordinator. They highlighted the depot's role in enhancing cocoa quality, market access and sustainable agriculture growth. With an investment of 1.67 million kina and a 50 metric ton capacity, the depot is set to bolster the local economy and improve livelihoods in the region. Young people have the knowledge and skills to create videos. Skills focus on storyboarding, a geographical visualization of a short sequence, assist in the progress. The fourth Media Education Seminar, or MEHAS, was an overnight program held at Sisivira Namona, Bomana, Heli this month for 5 institutions of the MEHAS participants. While the program dealt with storyboard and creatively shooting inspirational films, it offered the participants time to reflect on the gifts of beauty and grace and connect with God in a calm and relaxed atmosphere. Facilitated by Father Ambrose Birara, SBD selected creative and inspirational Don Bosco Global Youth Film Festival short films were screened. The participants then had time to reflect and share aspects of the film that touched their personal lives. The session set the tone for the entire program, animated by volunteer facilitators and teacher animators. The federal government says it has received clearance to send 2 planes to New Caledonia to pick up stranded Australians. Foreign Minister Penny Wong said the government was contacting Australians in the Pacific territory and that priority would be given based on need. About 300 Australians have registered for assistance after riots shut down New Caledonia's international airport. New Caledonia, with a population of about 270,000, has been rocked by unrest sparked by France's plans to impose new rules that would give tens of thousands of non-Indigenous residents voting rights. France has sent 1,000 armed police, troops, and national security reinforcements to its overseas territory. The violence has left 6 dead and hundreds injured. A long-running inquest into the deaths of 4 women killed by their partners has had anti-police response times to domestic violence. Incidents have been increased over the past year, and racism within anti-police has also been put under the spotlight, with fresh allegations made against a serving officer.
The same faces making the same walk into Darwin Local Court, despite nearly a year passing since the beginning of a joint inquest into the domestic violence deaths of 4 Aboriginal women. Little has changed. For police, it's getting worse. Today, the court heard between 2022 and 2023, the number of hours spent on domestic violence by police has increased to 882,000. Based on those statistics, the cost of domestic and family violence to NT Police is projected to reach $156 million by 2027 and $209 million by 2030. That's more than a third of the entire operating budget allocated to police this year. The NT's Police Commissioner attributing the worrying trends to an increasing number of Priority 1 calls and overwhelming demand on an under-resourced frontline.
What we need to do is actually do better about the prevention and the early intervention, identifying victims of crime.
The focus of the inquest turned quickly to racism within the NT police force when the Commissioner was asked a question about a specific incident involving an officer in Alice Springs in 2022. The sergeant, who has no connection to the deaths being investigated by the inquest, was reported after circulating images of an Aboriginal woman topless in a social media chat with fellow officers. Mr Murphy revealed at the time the officer was demoted and transferred to Katherine, but following requests from the police union to have the punishment reviewed, the demotion was rescinded. He is now an active member of the force in Darwin. When asked why he reversed the demotion, the Commissioner admitted he should have taken a tougher stance.
Learning a lot since that time, and I've got to really take a hard position on stamping out any racism and making sure it's really clear that it's totally not acceptable.
More challenges for a force already bearing the brunt of a national shame.
Now in sports, West Tigers duo Justin Olam and Brad Naden have been slapped with dangerous contract charges and will miss a week of action with highly guilty pleas. Naden felt the wrath of coach Benjamin Marshall after he was put on a report and seen being for a needless forearm to the head of Dolphins winger Jack Bostock in the 24-12 loss to the Dolphins on Sunday, their 7th defeat in a row. Compounding the Tigers' with Olam followed Naden to the bin for a hip drop style of tackle on winger Jamie Izako and was also placed on report. After the match, Marshall was affirming over Naden's actions on the crisp of halftime when Bostock was on the ground on the final play and the Tigers were set to get the ball back. They will each be out this Friday against North Queensland or risk a 2-game ban if they challenge the judiciary.
The West Tigers have done it again.
For Nisako, you make your own decision on the back of it.
Well, I think there's a massive issue here, and this should be a sin bin.
Justin loses his legs and then makes dangerous contact on the legs. He's in the bin.
Put it this way, our discipline is terrible. And we need to find players that be more disciplined.
Are you disappointed in Naden? Because it seemed very unnecessary.
Yeah, disappointed. Disappointed for the team because then we get punished for 10 minutes with 12 players, and then Justin Olam's one I can sort of understand. He was sort of getting a piggyback ride, but then we're playing with 11. Just doesn't help. But again, to their credit, they fight and hang in there. We're just lucky they completed like 40% or something, 60%, and kept us in the game.
And that's the news update. Join us at 6 for more.